Dear you, yes you who's been with me since the beginning, you who's new and just starting, and you who just stumbled into this video. You, welcome to the team. Our team is a group of learners, teachers, speakers, and listeners. A team of misunderstood misfits who no longer fear mistakes. For we know that though they may break us, they do not make us. We choose to learn even when we lose. We are a group of stories and hard-earned testimonies. And this year, team, I dare you. I dare you to dream. Dare to dream big. Dream dreams that scare you. Dreams so impossible, unreachable, that they take your breath away. Dare to step outside your comfort zone. Go for something. Go get somewhere. Go be someone. Dare to dream today. Not someday or soon or someday soon. Don't wait for someone's permission, the right motivation, or perfect conditions. Those may never ever come. Time is running out, my friend. You better start running too. Dare to dream for you. Dare to dream for others. Dare to dream for others like you. For if a shy, stuttering introvert like me can find the courage to speak to thousands of people like you, I am living proof that dreams can, will, and do come true. Dare to dream. Take that first step. For if the universe can start from nothing, and everything else must start from something, let that one thing be this. Here, now, with you. Love, Lyqa.
Welcome to another Kumu Live dito sa Scene Zone channel with the Knowledge Channel block. Today, we're going to talk about how to learn new words or building your vocabulary. Again, we're going to talk about learning new words, vocabulary tips. Meron akong vocabulary tips sa YouTube, pero dahil ang YouTube videos usually just last for 10 to 20 minutes max, yun yung goal natin. Hindi ko masyadong madi-deep dive yun or hindi ko walk through dun sa ginagawa natin. Kaya ngayon, yun ang gagawin natin. Okay? Papakita ko sa inyo how I do it. Hopefully, may mapupulot kayong tips na magagawa ninyo sa sarili ninyong time at sa sarili ninyong readings. Whether it's for leisure, it's for self-help, gusto niyo lang matuto, or kung assigned reading yan sa inyong school or sa work, yan. Sana makatulong sa inyo. Okay? So, first, we're going to talk about this, no? Again, how can I expand my vocabulary? Paano nakakatulong pag malawak yung vocabulary natin? It helps you when it comes to test taking, which is, again, very important skill yan. Kung akala natin, di ba, pagka-graduate natin, dito tayo magte-test, isang malaking pagkakamali po yan dahil hanggang ngayon mag-e-exam kayo. Diba? Kaway-kaway sa mga nasa abroad dyan, right? May mga promotional exams, training exams, accreditation exams, certifications, stuff like that. So you really need to learn new words. Okay? Very important po yan as skill. Now, how do I do it? Now, the first thing, of course, that you have to understand is that you have to dare to read. Okay? Ulitin ko yun, dare to read. Medyo anagram yan. Pag balibalik rin natin, same letters yan. O bakit yun nagmamatter? Kasi pag hindi tayo nagbabasa, hindi tayo ma-expose dun sa words na yon. Okay. Now, there's one giant question na laging tinatanong sa akin kapag may mga live review events, which I sorely miss right now. Alam nyo, na-realize ko lang na sobrang namimiss ko na yung live review events itong past few weeks. Kasi sa totoo lang, sa akin, sobrang nakakakaba yung live review events. Kasi, syempre, hindi ko alam kung may darating. Hindi ko alam kung matututo sila or mag-enjoy sila. Tas with me having, again, social anxiety, parang kailangan ko ihanda yung sarili ko. Haharap ako sa maraming tao na pwedeng magkaroon ng calculations and stuff. Basta I overthink all of these library events. Pero nami-miss ko na siya. Nami-miss ko na talaga siya. At meron bang nanonood na naka-attend sa library events? Nami-miss ko na siya sa yung interaction nandun. We get to talk about things, nagtatanong sila, tapos nakikita ko yung real life response nila. If naiintindihan nila yung topic, kailangan namin mag-move on to another one. And one of the questions na laging tatanong sa akin is, Coach, do you recommend reading the dictionary? Okay, ulitin ko yun ha. So may mga nagtatanong, pag gusto ko po ba matuto ng bagong word, magbabasa po ba ako ng dictionary? Okay. Now, anong sagot ko dyan? Ang sagot ko is, that could help, pero sa tingin ko, may mga better ways to go about it. Bakit? Kasi pag nagbabasa tayo ng dictionary, di ba, kadalasan, binabasa lang natin. Ayan, binabasa lang natin siya. So, ito yung word na yan, no? Aardvark, di ba? Tapos babasahin mo yung definition, babasahin mo yung sentence, tapos move ka na uli. So, we encounter the words as a long list of information that you have to memorize. Now, kung meron kayong gift ng memory, di ba? May mga eidetic memories dyan, siguro reading a dictionary would help. Kasi kapag binasa mo siya, hindi mo na siya makakalimutan or ma-absorb mo siya agad. Pero para atin na commoners, yes, para sa atin na walang eidetic memory, diba? Anong mangyayari sa atin? Mas stress lang tayo kasi mababasa tayo ng words na hindi natin masyadong naiintindihan in context. Sa akin, mas maganda, if you want long-term learning, to read more books. Walang replacement for that. Bakit? Kasi when you read books, ang mangyayari is, you're going to encounter the words in their natural habitat. Okay? Ano ibig sabihin nun? Maintindihan natin sila kasi ginagamit sila paano sila designed na gamitin. Okay? In their natural habitat. Mayroong tamang context, di ba? Nandun nakikita natin kung ano yung tone nung salita na yon, yung word texture niya, kung ano pa, positive ba yan, medyo sarcastic ba yung word na yon na ginagamit, ano yung sitwasyon kung nasan siya. Kung baga, di ba sa kaibigan, kapag meron tayong mga kaibigan, pag nakita natin siya as an individual, siya lang mag-isa, hindi natin masyadong mahulaan kung ano yung ugali niya or kung sino siya. Pero kung yung isang tao na yon, nakita mo kung paano siya umarte, paano siya mag-behave pagkasama niya yung barkada niya or pagkasama niya yung pamilya niya, mas nakikilala natin yung tao na yon. Ganon din dun sa words. If we see it doon sa kanyang natural setting, which is in a sentence, that sentence in a paragraph, that paragraph in a book, mas naiintindihan natin siya. Kasi, ganun pala yun. Yun pala yung gamit niya doon sa kanyang natural habitat. Okay? So, yun yung ating gagawin ngayon. Now, to emphasize that, we're going to take this. This is a material from one of my favorite authors, si C.S. Lewis. This is actually an excerpt from yung kanyang introduction to Athanasius on the incarnation. So, parang, kumaga, if you think about it, para siyang naglagay siya ng preface sa isang libro ng gawa ng ibang tao. Now, the title here is On the Reading of Old Books. Now, this is not an easy read. Unahin ko na yun, ha? Kasi yung iba baka sabihin, bakit masyado namang mahirap? Hindi naman. But, etong klase, kasi kaya rin love ko si C.S. Lewis, medyo direct to the point siya, pero mentally stimulating din. Kasi again, medyo luma yung text na to, no? Medyo matagal na. So, he does use a few unfamiliar words here and there. Knowing din na medyo academic yung atake nung paragraph na ito. Okay? Ayan. So, C.S. Lewis on the Reading of Old Books. Kukunin natin yung isa sa mga unang salita dito. Now, this is a very important skill. Even when I was a student, okay? So, study hack sa mga estudyante dyan. Dati, as much as possible, I try my best na i-print yung mga readings ko. Okay? Kaya naghikahos ako nung nasa law school kasi kailangan i-print. Medyo old school. Pero the reason for that is kasi I needed to interact with the text. Hindi ako pwede yung magbabasa lang ng, di ba babasahin mo lang siya, tapos na. And a lot of students come up to me and say that. Parang, kasi hindi ko po naiintindihan pero binasa ko naman 10 beses. But the question is it reading for reading sake or reading for comprehension? Yun yung tanong. So what do we do? Kapag nakakita tayo ng text na ganito, kailangan kong basahin, kailangan kong intindihin, talagang pipira-pirasuhin natin siya. So, minsan, kailangan mong sulatan. Kaya, yun yung importanteng skill dyan. Kung meron kayong iPad, of course, baka katulong. Kung hindi, di ba, print out natin. Kung wala talagang resources for that, you keep your notes sa separate na notebook. Dito sa first sentence, for example, sabi niya dito, there is a strange idea abroad that in every subject, the ancient book should be read only by the professionals and that the amateur should content himself with bakit importante to find its meaning right away? Kasi pag hindi natin siya naintindihan ng gusto, baka ma-take natin out of context yung the rest ng passage or the rest ng material na binabasa natin. Napaka-importante na matutunan yung ibig sabihin niya. Ngayon, bakit importante yung context clues? At lagi kong pinupush sa inyo. Kasi minsan din, wala tayong access sa dictionary, right? Paano kung nandun na kayo sa mismong exam? Tapos may sense doon, fill in the blanks which we will do later. Yung ipagpapaquiz kayo ng gano'n. Parang practice yun na rin kung mag-exam kayo. Libreng review na lang. You have to know how to find context clues kasi doon nyo malalaman yung tamang sagot doon sa mga exams na yun. Nang hindi ka gumagamit ng dictionary kasi cheating na yun. Okay? Now, third tip to use or lose. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Kapag meron tayong nakitang bagong word, for example, yung ating word na ancient, I want you to push yourself to use it right away. Kasi pag hindi mo ginamit yung salita, mawawala siya. Okay? Makakalimutan mo siya. And that's just how it is. Meron tayong, kumaga, paglimot. Okay? Meron kasing, ano yan eh, and it's another entire arm when it comes to educational psychology. Meron tayong rate in which we forget things. And if hindi natin nire-recall yung isang bagay ng paulit-ulit, madali natin itong makakalimutan. Okay? Yung sasabi nila out of sight, out of mind, di ba? And ang problema, pag out of sight, out of mind na nga, minsan out of heart na rin, di ba? Yung mga magjuwa dyan, no? Kaya kailangan effortan din natin when it comes to words na hindi lang ibig sabihin nakita natin siya isang beses, naintindihan natin siya. Maraming mga nagko-comment sa akin din na nagsasabi na, bakit po ganun? Madali kapag pinapanood ko, kaya pag ako na nakalimutan ko na. O kaya, nag-aaral po ako ng words pero hindi ko siya madaling natatandaan. Ang question ko dyan lagi is how many times do you try to use it in a day? Okay, within the day na natutunan mo yung word na yon. So for example, someone from Team Lyqa, kasi di ba meron tayong Team Lyqa review group. Yan, masipag sila Lawrence or sila Ate Ann na mag-post ng word of the day. Di ba? May word doon na nakita ninyo, nandun yung definition, ganyan, word of the day. Di binasa natin, no? Pero kung hindi ko siya gagamitin, makakalimutan ko siya, malilimutan ko siya. So, ano kailangan natin gawin? Ang kailangan natin gawin is to make sure na naiintindihan natin yung salita by using it right away. So, dito sa ating exercise, okay, we have the word ancient. Ang gagawin natin is to try to use it in a sentence. And I would need your help, okay? So, abangan natin sa comment section kung ito ay something na you will be open to. Okay? Again, ang word natin is ancient, and I want to encourage you to use it in a sentence. The word is ancient, A-N-C-I-E-N-T. Okay? Paano nyo siya gagamitin in a sentence? Sige, tingnan natin yung mga entries sa comment section. So again, alam na natin, ang ancient can be used to describe something kasi ancient books, right? In the original sentence where we found it, yung kanyang context. Or we can call someone ancient, basically. He is ancient, ibig sabihin, tanda na talaga. But I don't encourage you to do that. Gamitin muna natin siya as, say, adjective for now. Okay? Sige nga, tingnan natin sa comment section. O bawal hiya, again, bawal mambuso. So kung meron kayong mga teammates na nagta-type ng sentence sila, wag niyo silang awayin. Okay? So yan, maganda. So si Riedel says, that jar looks ancient. Okay? Sige, isusulat lang natin. So, that jar looks ancient. Okay? So, or that jar looks old. Okay? That could work. And the artifacts are from the ancient Greeks. Yan. Meron lang siguro may types. Rain, very good. Okay, sulat din natin 'yon. Yan. The artifacts. Yan. Yung mga nagtatanong, ano ibig sabihin ng artifacts? That's also a good word to look up ha. So, kung mahilig kayo sa mga movies, sa mga adventure books, yan, alam niyo yung artifacts. Pero kung hindi niyo alam, i-google niyo rin. Maganda yung word na ginamit ni Rain for our context. So the artifacts are from tapos nilagay niya yung word natin which is ancient Greeks. Very good. Okay? Now, some of you may ask, bakit ancient Greeks? Bakit hindi na lang Greeks? Kasi again, we understand merong modern Greeks, di ba? May bansa pa rin na Greece ngayon. Meron pa rin Greeks na nakatira sa Greece. Pero yung artifacts na yon galing dun sa mga lumang Greece. Yung mga panahon pa ng Parthenon, yung level. Okay? Ayan, tignan pa natin yung ibang mga examples ninyo. So, Timothy, yan, Kier, gusto niya daw mag-visit ng ancient pagodas. That's also a good use for that. Pero ang suggestion ko lang would be, yung pagodas mo, it doesn't need to be capital. Okay? Kasi yung pag natin yung capital, so yung nagiging proper noun siya. So, kung hindi naman specific pagoda yan, di ba? As in Tokyo Pagoda or something. I don't know if meron gano'n na. Invento ko lang yon. You can use a small Lyqa. I want to visit the ancient pagodas. Okay? So again, think about it that way. Yan. Say Marilyn, our house in the province is ancient. Okay? Just remember to put your period there after. But good suggestion. Rome has a lot of ancient buildings. Okay? Now, sa akin, a suggestion lang. And again, these are nitpicky details na lang. Yung buildings could work, pero siguro a better word for that would be structure. Kasi hindi na rin buo yung ibang buildings na yan. Diba? Ano na lang, parang pillar, ganun. Okay. So, again, great suggestion. And John Dean, some beliefs that we still hold up to that are from the ancient era. Okay. Good. Yan. Si Patricia, this ancient house brings up a historical vibe. Lagyan natin ng yung historical, before historical. That should work. Yan. Prince Acosta, I always use archaic words. That is why they call me the ancient one. Okay, good one. Ang thing ko lang, and the thing is, we have a rule when it comes to the quotation marks. Okay? Let me show you that ha. Papakita ko yung YouTube video natin. We actually have a video na rin yan. This is important. Yung mga mag-e-exam dyan. Okay? Yung mga mag-e-exam sa college. Hanapin nyo to ha. Quotation, punctuation. Yan. Look for this video. Okay? Hindi pa ako nasabihan na hindi ito lumabas or hindi pa nila na-spot sentence section ng exams. Hanapin yan kasi we have a rule. It comes to close quotation marks, di ba yung dalawa? Yung dito. The period should always come before the close quotation mark. Okay? So again, nitpicking yun, pero good suggestion on the sentence. Period bago yun. Okay? Kapag single, pwede na, period after. Pero kapag double, dapat period before. So again, di ba? complicated ang English. Pero that's why we never stop learning. Yan. Kahit ako, nag-aaral din ako. Yan. I still check to see kung tama. Yan. The ancient world was a cruel place. I actually would agree with that, right? Kasi before, di ba, they would feed people to lions, ganun, sa coliseums or stuff like that. So, again, that I agree. But, you know, ngayon, iba lang yung type of evil. But the world is still a cruel place. Mapapainom muna ako doon sa statement niya. Ayan. So, everyone there watching on Kumu, yung mga may entry ba tayo? Bilang so they view the CD as an ancient. Ano daw? Ancient. What's your second word? Yan, na-censor kasi ng Kumu eh. Yeah, but yeah, di ba? Yung mga Gen Z kids, baka hindi nyo na alam kung ano yung CD, hindi nyo na alam kung ano yung tape or cassette tape. Ayan, medyo ancient na yun for you. In that case, it's more of an exaggeration. Diba? Exaggeration on konti yun. Yun. So again, that is how we learn new words. And it's exciting, sa totoo lang, when you use new words and you throw it in the conversation. So sa aming magkakapatid, mahilig din kami talaga to, alam nyo ba yung word na ganito? Or, wow, ito yung word na natutunan kong bago. Okay, subukan kong gamitin. Okay? So I encourage you to do that. Okay? Find your tribe. Diba? Find the people who would learn with you. Okay? Now, we have a bit of an exercise. So I want you to participate dito. And these are still parts of the passage that we were reading kanina, which babalikan natin. But here's the next sentence doon sa passage na yun. Sabi, he would rather read some dreary modern book 10 times as long, all about isms and influences, and only once in 12 pages, telling him what Plato actually said. So, ito yung next sentence doon sa pinag-uusapan nating passage. The question is, what is dreary? Now, again, if you're taking an exam, college entrance exam, civil service exam, this is the type of question that you can expect. Ano ibig sabihin ng dreary? What is something that you can substitute dun sa sentence na yan? So, type nyo lang, anong sagot niyo? Old, exciting, or interesting? A, B, or C? Let me know in the comments. Yan, tingnan natin. Hintayin ko kayong sumagot. Use context clues. Use the dictionary. Ang challenge natin ngayon is to understand it. Kung kaya nyo, huwag muna i-check sa dictionary, huwag nyo muna i-check. Hulaan lang muna natin. Okay? Yan, tingnan natin. So, iba-iba tayo ng sagot. Merong Timothy says, an interesting. Yan. Si Angelica says, exciting. That's okay ha. No pressure. Kasi yung iba pag nakita na, ay naku, puro C sila, C na lang din ako. Wag ganon. Doon tayo dun sa, ano yung tingin ninyo na sagot ninyo. Kasi no judgment dito kung tama kayo o mali. Hindi to graded. Okay? So you can participate. Cherry from Kumu says C. Lai Valenciano says C. Ayan. Kimi, sabi niya, uninteresting din. Biang says A. Okay, so again, ano ang ibig sabihin ng ating red word dyan? So, dreary. He would rather read some dreary modern book 10 times as long, all about isms and influences, and only once in 12 pages telling him what Plato actually said. Okay, very good. Yan, most of you said C. Yan, nag-suggest si Rain, sabi niya gloomy daw. Okay, mamay madaya. Okay, ano ha, again, honestly, business tayo, bahala kayo. You can check a dictionary or not, kayong bahala. Pero ang importante, again, in the context ng nag-e-exam kayo, pag nag-e-exam tayo, wala tayong access sa dictionary. So, gagamitin na lang natin muna yung context clues. Okay, so ano ibig sabihin ng dreary? Look at the text. Let's look at the passage. Sabi, mas gusto niya daw yung dreary modern book. At ano yung description? This is actually one of the other ideas for context clues, yung description. Ang description, sabi dito, i-highlight natin, nung ating reading, is that the modern book na dinedescribe nung jury is 10 times as long. Ang haba, 10 times as long, all about isms and influences, ang dami niya sinabi, no? And only once in 12 pages telling him what Plato actually said. So ano ibig sabihin ng dreary? Yung dreary na modern book, na mahaba, di ba? Ang daming sinabi daw, may mga isms, may influences, tapos isang beses na sasabihin yung sinabi talaga ni Plato. Ano yung nararamdaman natin tungkol sa kanya? Okay. Una sa lahat, is it old? Pag dreary ba old? Okay. Paano natin ma-eliminate yan? Ma-eliminate natin yung old kasi ang sabi niya, dreary, modern. Di ba? Napag-usapan na natin kanina. Kapag modern, makabago, kabaliktaran ng ancient. So, hindi siya pwedeng A. Bakit siya hindi pwedeng A? Kasi nga, modern siya eh. Dreary na modern. Di ba? So, sasaliwa. Di ba? Corvette. So, hindi pwede. So, ma-eliminate natin yung old. Hindi pwedeng old. Kasi nga, modern yung nilidescribe eh. So, it can't be that. Now, exciting. Tingnan natin again yung passage. 10 times as long eh. Okay? Pipiliin niya daw, basahin yung modern book na napakahaba. At ano ba, nagreklamo pa siya, di ba? May mga isms, tas influences. Tas isang beses lang naman sasabihin yung sinabi talaga ni Plato, which is gusto niyang basahin or gusto niyang matutunan. So is it exciting or sobrang haba? Di ba parang mas mahaba pa siya kaysa dun sa binigay. Kasi for one thing na sasabihin ni Plato, magbabasa ka ng 12 pages ng isms na 10 times as long. So, is it exciting? Not really. Di ba? So, now the best answer becomes letter C. Okay? So, ang dreary is uninteresting or may nagsulat kanina, gloomy. Yes. Parang negative yung feeling natin doon sa word na yon. This is another clue. Again, if you're taking a test, you have to feel the word. I know it's funny a little bit, but it's true. Negative ba siya or positive? Sa statement ba na to, nagko-complain ba yung author or nagse-celebrate siya ng something? Kasi kapag naramdaman mo yon, medyo mas mahulaan mo na yung word. Okay? At dahil nagko-complain siya na ang haba nung book, 10 times as long, ang daming isms and everything else, then this has to be a negative word. Parang, mas gusto niya pa rin yung basahin yung ganitong kalalang sitwasyon kaysa dun sa book that Plato actually wrote. Okay? Now, here's the next sentence. Subukan ulit natin. Again, use your context clues, use your nitpicking, di ba? Mag-deep dive tayo para mahulaan natin yung word. Kunyari, stimulate natin na nasa exam kayo. Okay? So, I'll give you a minute. Here's our next passage. The error is rather an amiable one, for it springs from humility. So again, ask yourself, positive ba to or negative? Ano yung context ng statement? Ano ang best word dito? Okay? Sige, I'll give you time. Yan, tingnan natin sa ating comments. Yan, may sumagot na ng A, si Banu. Juve says A as well. Yan, meron na tayong sa Facebook, sumasagot sila Merced, A. Andrea says C. Okay lang yan. Hindi kailangan pare-pareho tayo ng sagot. Ang importante, meron kang process kung paano ka nakarating sa sagot. Yung iba kasi ganito, babasahin lang, tas basta bahala na. No, we have to dig deep, di ba? Okay, so iba-iba na sagot. Meron tayong A, meron tayong B. Ayan. That's okay. Again, ano to ha, we're simulating or ginagaya natin yung kung kunwari nasa isang exam kayo, wala kayong access sa dictionary. Anong gagawin natin? Okay? So, ang daming pleasant or damaging. Dalawa yung top answers natin, A at B. Now, this type of sentence, if you notice, it's a short sentence. Pero I know a lot of you will be a little bit confused dito. Kaya kung nagkamali kayo, huwag niyo ako sisihin yung C.S. Lewis. Kasi siya nagsulat ng sentence na yan. Hindi. Pero again, this is where yung context comes into play. Intindihin nating maigi yung sentence. Kasi kung nagkamali kayo dito, naiintindihan ko kayo kung paano kayo nagkamali at kung bakit. Bakit? Kasi ano ang dinidescribe na word? We are describing an error. Okay? So, alam ko, yung iba sa inyo ang sagot B, kasi error yung pinag-uusapan eh. Kapag error, dapat bad word, di ba? Negative word. However, okay, huwag kayong mag-fixate sa isang part lang ng sentence. Again, context is very important. Nasaan yung ating salita? Yung error daw, na-describe. Error is an amiable one. Yeah? Siya yung nag-describe sa error. For it, or because it springs from humility. Tanong, is humility a good or bad thing? Yan. Tanong, sige. Is humility a good thing or a bad thing? Good? Humility? Generally to generally. If a person has humility or is humble, the good or bad? Good. As Diana Rosa says good, Amy says good. Yes. Diba? Pag may humility, it's actually a good thing. Positive yun eh. The error, yung error daw, galing siya sa, sa humility. And it's rather, okay, may nag-point out din ng word na rather, sino yun? Ito sa comments. Yan. Pag rather kasi parang medyo eh. Di ba? Kumbaga ganun yung feeling natin. So itong pagkakamali na to, medyo carry lang or medyo okay siya. It's an amiable one kasi galing naman siya sa humility. It comes from a good place. Di ba? Kumbaga parang may sinabi or may isang bagay na dapat, it's a mistake pero maganda yung intention eh. Di ba? Parang ganun. Okay lang yung error na yun kasi galing siya sa humility. So ano ibig sabihin ng amiable? The amiable now becomes positive in meaning. Hindi error, automatic, negative. So again, we have to read the entire sentence sa tama niyang konteksto. Okay? So again, think about that. Dapat buo-buo. Hindi pwedeng papira-piraso lang natin binabasa. Okay? Kailangan po natin yung binabasa. Ayan. Oh, wait lang ha, na-disconnect yung aking display. So again, when we talk about that, yung amiable now changes yung ibig sabihin. Hindi na siya automatic na negative. I-analyze talaga natin. Yan. Si Juan Kawe, or tama ba ako? I like it how it's being analyzed. Thank you. And yes, that is kind of what we have to do when we read, and we read for understanding. Hindi tayo kumukuha lang ng word. Kasi yung iba ganun pag nagbabasa tayo, di ba? Parang ito yung familiar na word sa akin, kunin lang natin, hindi natin binabasa. Some of the most powerful words when it comes to understanding sentences and looking for yung synonyms pagdating sa exams are the words not, yung words na kagaya ng not, but, B-U-T, so, kasi pag nag-so ka tsaka but ka, nag-iba ng ibig sabihin. And meron din tayong video niyan ha, ipa-plug ko na rin. You can go to you can go to YouTube, hanapin nyo lang, Fanboys Lyqa. Okay? Medyo weird yung search term, pero kaya niyan. Fanboys Lyqa, mahahanap nyo itong coordinating conjunctions. Watch this, and you will understand why kailangan bantayan nyo yung mga but, so, and, for, sa mga sentences, kasi it changes the meaning. Okay? So, yan. Game. Now, dito tayo, balikan natin yung ating text. So, yung amiable, again, positive na siya in nature, hindi na pwedeng damaging. Okay? Yung error, it's rather, or parang, it's rather blank one, good one, positive one, kasi it springs, kasi galing naman siya sa humility. Okay? Now, colorful, medyo, positive naman yung colorful, pero parang wala masyadong enough na ebidensya na it's about color or it's about personality. Kasi yun yung feeling ng word na colorful. Kapag colorful, ibig sabihin personality, aspects sa nature niya. So, kung ako mag-exam, pupunta tayo sa pleasant. Okay? The error is rather a pleasant one. Hindi naman sabing good pleasant lang. Parang chill, okay lang. Parang acceptable. One spring from humility. Okay? So again, think about that. Hihimayin natin yung buong sentence. Yan. Sabi ni Christine, we need to read the entire sentence to see the context, Miss Lyqa. Yes, that is correct. Kaya, napakahalaga niyan. Now, I've had students na before sila kasi I usually do this a live review, by the way. So I'm just giving it out for free for you guys. Love you. The idea is, meron nga students before, sabi nila, nag-exam ako, coach ng civil service, for example. Nag-exam ako civil service. Confident ako kasi akala ko, sigurado akong tama ako sa sagot ko. Nung dinidiscuss ko daw to, doon niya na-realize na, kaya pala. Kasi confident siya sa sagot niya, pero hindi niya himay. So again, confident siya ang sagot niya damaging, yun pala ang tamang sagot. pleasant. Kasi nakikita natin na yung parang kinukuha lang natin yung words na familiar tayo. Hindi natin binabasa yung mga rather, hindi natin binabasa yung mga but, yung mga for. So, very important yan. Okay? Now, dito tayo sa next one. Sabi dito, the student is half afraid to meet one of the great philosophers face to face. He feels himself inadequate. Ayan. So the student is half afraid to meet one of the great philosophers face to face. He feels himself inadequate and thinks he will not understand him. Okay? So himayin natin yun. Ang sabi niya is that itong tao na to, hindi niya nararamdaman na may nararamdaman siya. Okay? Na hindi niya daw maintindihan yung isang bagay. Okay? Okay, dito na tayo. So the student is half afraid to meet the great philosophers face to face. So parang kumaga half afraid, halos parang kalahati na takot, pero takot pa rin, no? Na ma-meet niya yung mga great philosophers face to face. Feeling niya inadequate and thinks he will not understand him. So ano ang clue natin dun sa inadequate? He will not understand. Okay? Now, again, one of the things I need to point out is that C.S. Lewis was a teacher. Okay? So, alam natin magbibigay, kahit na mahirap basahin minsan yung text niya, if hindi tayo familiar with his way of writing, is magbibigay ng context clue kasi alam niya na may mga learners na nagbabasa sa kanya. So, itong not understand, yan ang clue natin to inadequate. Kung feeling mo, hindi mo maintindihan yung isang bagay, ano ka? Ano yung nararamdaman mo? Diba? He feels himself what? Intelligent? Feeling mo ba matalino ka pag sinabi mong, ay, hindi ko yata maintindihan yung mga sinabi ni Plato? Hindi, no? Kasi kung feeling mo intelligent ka, feeling mo maintindihan mo, right? Medyo assertive ka pa nga, kayang-kaya ko yan, no? Kalmado ba siya? Now, dun sa calm, meron tayo dito half afraid eh. Okay, so alam natin medyo hindi siya kalmado. Natatakot nga siya eh. So he feels inadequate. And big sabihin nun, he feels lacking. Kulang niya siya. Inadequate. Now, one of the things na gusto ko i-point out here is another technique when it comes to learning new words, which is sa chop-chopin natin. Ano ibig sabihin ko doon? Inadequate, meron siyang in na prefix at saka yung adequate. Pag sinabi natin adequate, ibig sabihin enough. Okay? This means enough. At naglagay tayo ng prefix na in, okay? Ibig sabihin nun, not. So, ibig sabihin, kapag inadequate, not enough. Okay? Parang pag sinabi natin na, for example, incorrect. Right? Ang correct means tama. Dahil naglagay ka ng in, ibig sabihin, incorrect na siya or not correct. Yan. So, these are the things that you will learn if you're part of the online review program or if you attend the live review events. Yan. If meron talagang magkakaroon tayo ng national exam, kahit na online na lang ngayon, we will try to hold an online review event for you guys. But that's the type of thing that we talk about. Chop-chopin niyo yung words. Right? Para matutunan natin yung ibig sabihin niya. So, pag in, correct. Ibig sabihin, hindi tama. So, kapag inadequate, adequate means enough, hindi sapat. Okay? So, things to think about lang in the future pag naka-encounter kayo ng words. Next, we have this. Naku, may in din siya, no? Pero iba na. So you have to understand, may hugot yung mga salita na yan. Or may mga ugat yan. Next, sabi dito, but if he only knew the great man, just because of his greatness, is much more intelligible than his modern commentator. The simplest student will be able to understand, if not all, yet a very great deal of what Plato said. But hardly anyone can understand some modern books on Platonism. Okay, medyo mahaba, no? Mahaba yung long yung ating passage. Pero nilagay ko lahat yan kasi para makuha natin yung ibig sabihin ng intelligible. Okay, sige, tingnan nga natin sa chat. Anong tingin ninyo? Anong tingin ninyo na sagot? Is it A, smart, B, difficult, or C, understandable? Ano ibig sabihin ng intelligible? Ayan. So, top answers natin ng A at C. Ayan. Tingnan natin, ha? Again, very important na context. So, kahit mababa yan, basahin ninyo. Okay. So, we have Actually, lahat merong sumagot ng lahat eh. Marami lang sa A at C. Ang tanong, ano ang mas maganda? Eh, sabi ni John Dane, stuck daw siya between letter A and C. So, B na ba? Hindi naman. So, A or C daw yung kanyang sagot. Ayan, tingnan natin ha. I-breakdown natin. Sabi, but if he only knew, kung alam lang daw nung nagbabasa, kasi di ba takot siya kay Plato? Parang ayaw niya basahin yung kay Plato kasi, ako, isa siya sa pinakamagagaling. Parang ganun yung kwento eh, nung ating passage. Isa siya pinakamagaling eh. Parang mas gusto kong basahin na lang yung modern books about him, kahit na ang haba at saka ang sakit sa ulo basahin, ang hahaba 10 times as long, di ba? Dreary yung modern books. Kasi baka hindi ko siya maintindihan. Pero ang sabi ni C.S. Lewis dito, but if he only knew the great man, just because of his greatness, is much more intelligible than his modern commentator. So ano yon? Much more, kinocompare yung intelligible than yung modern commentator. So yung intelligible thing that meron Plato, okay, nawala dun sa mga susulat na libro na gawa, na hango dun sa gawa niya. Tapos next na sentence, this is a bit of a description, the simplest student will be able to understand. Did you see the word understand there? Right? Yung pinakasimple daw bata or estudyante, ayan, maiintindihan daw niya. If not all, kahit hindi lahat, a very great deal of what Plato said. Ibig sabihin, marami dun sa mga sinabi ni Plato ang maiintindihan niya. Okay? Kung alam lang niya, parang ganun yung sinasabi dito, kung alam lang ng estudyante, na kung e-effortan niya, ibig sabihin, kung babasahin niya yung sinabi mismo ni Plato, dahil si Plato ay great man, because he is a great man, mas maiintindihan niya pa yung mga sinabi ni Plato than yung mga sinabi ng mga modern commentator. Okay? So, anong ibig sabihin natin dito? We are talking about, and I love this passage, this is also why I selected this for this exercise, because it says that, Plato was a great man, a great philosopher. And for Plato, very important din na maintindihan siya ng kanyang mga learners. So, sa tanong na sinong nag-adjust sa panahon niya, it was Plato's greatness that made him understandable to his students. Goal niya, being a great man, na maintindihan siya. It's usually, yung modern books, hardly anyone. Ibig sabihin, halos walang makakaintindi ng modern books, some modern books on Platonism. So, ano yung ibig sabihin nun? Kung yung modern books wala halos nakakaintindi, nakakontrast or kabaliktaran niya yung mga sinulat ni Plato or yung mga sinasabi ni Plato, ibig sabihin, si Plato mas madaling maintindihan. Okay, so the answer here is understandable. Pag sinabing intelligible, ibig sabihin understandable. Now, bakit? Okay? Bakit marami sumagot ng A? That's okay. Again, sinasadya ko yan. Okay? Ako ang gumawa ng options, sinadya ko yan. Kasi alam ko, some of you would say, intelligible, kasi intelligent. Tama? Am I right or am I right? Am I right? Naisip nyo kasi intelligent eh. Di ba bang intelligent, smart? Yeah. But, yung ating suffix, okay, if you need a bit of refresher, okay, ang suffix ay yung dinudugtong naman natin sa dulo ng word. Intelligent plus able. Okay? So, able, ability, kakayanan. So, intelligent, naintindihan, smart, able. Smartable. Di ba? Parang gano'n. Ibig sabihin, pag sinabi natin intelligent, yung tao yon matalino. Pero pag sinabi intelligible, action na siya eh. Yung verb na siya eh. Parang intelligible, parang able to understand. Now we understand na it's something different. Nagiging parang adjective na siya. Mas madaling maintindihan. You're able to turn everyone into someone who's intelligent. So the best answer is understandable. Okay? Ang sinasabi dito is, natatakot man tayo basahin yung mga sinusulat ni Plato kasi si Plato yun, di ba? But actually, if we make an effort, dahil siya ay great at gusto niyang maintindihan din siya, pwede mong basahin yung text niya. Mas madali pa yun basahin minsan kaysa dun sa mga libro na sinulat about him. You know how sometimes we tend to complicate things that are simple. Di ba? Parang, kumbaga, gamitin natin as an example, no? And again, no offense, no? So, hindi naman to about pushing any religion or belief or anything like that. But even if you look at the Bible, di ba? The greatest commandment is to love God and love other people. That's all it is. Love God, love other people. But, di ba? Ano nangyayari? We pile on so many things. Di ba? Parang tend to complicate simple things. Na kung babalikan natin yung words ni Jesus, for example, or in this case, words ni Plato, it was actually quite simple. You love God and you love people as yourself. Right? That's all it is. So, ganun yon. Parang ganun yung ibig sabihin dito. Di ba? Babalikan lang natin. Babalikan natin yung simple kasi these are great people who wanted to be understood. Okay? So, ganun. When we talk about text, we interact with it. Hindi pwede yung binabasa lang natin ng ganun lang. Kasi sayang yung opportunity. Di ba kasi babasahin to, tapos parang pag hindi naintindihan yung word, okay na yan, move on na lang, no? Pero laliman natin, okay? Mag-research tayo, mag-effort tayo. I-ano natin, i-piece together natin yan. Aya Power says, this is why Plato is still very relevant. Even also that to understand his works. Yes, that's true. Even a direct translation of Plato's works, direct translation lang, hindi kailangan i-explain, hindi siya commentary, di ba? In very plain terms, you would still be able to understand. So that is the idea here. Next, okay? I think this is our last word. It has always, therefore, been one of my main endeavors as a teacher to persuade the young that first-hand knowledge is not only more worth acquiring than second-hand knowledge, but is usually much easier or delightful to acquire. Okay? Sige. Yan, tingnan natin. Anong sagot nyo dyan? Ano ibig sabihin ng endeavors? Is it feeling, attempts, or responsibilities? Yan. Now, this question specifically is more of a lie type question. Ano ibig sabihin ko doon? This is a little bit higher than usual. Kasi magkakahawig. If nakita niyo yung options natin, hindi na siya magkakalayo. Kanina magkakalayo yung options di ba? Smart or difficult, parang damaging or helpful. Parang ganun, medyo may contrast. Ngayon hindi. Pare-parehong positive if you think about it. Yung words na feeling, attempt, tsaka responsibility. Ang tanong, which is the best answer? Best ha? The word is best. Which is the best answer of the three? Ayan, iba-iba na sila ng sagot. Namimiss ko na talaga yung live review. Ganito kami sa live review Okay, so may sagot ng B, attempts, may sumagot ng C, responsibilities. Medyo marami yata yung C. Sa Kumu, Ernest says B, Matt says C, Ephraim says C. Ayan. So, iba-iba. Ayan. Diragdagan pa rin Ephraim. Maraming C. Okay? But again, this is not a democracy. Hindi to paramihan hindi to voting, no? Para magbabago kapag mas maraming votes. It's not like that. We're talking about choosing the best answer of the three. So, ano ang best answer? Ano ibig sabihin? Again, sa konteksto ng statement. Yung iba kasi pag endeavor, alam ko na yung word na yan. Ito yung sagot. So, very important. Context natin, is it a better answer to choose attempts or responsibilities? Most of you said naman B or C, pero alin dyan? Okay? So, it has always, therefore, been one of my main endeavors as a teacher to persuade the young. So, ito yung ginagawa niya, no? Yung description, to persuade the young that first-hand knowledge is not only more worth acquiring than second-hand knowledge, but it's usually much easier and more delightful to acquire. Ano ba siya? Di ba? Kasi teacher siya Isa ito sa kanyang main endeavors. Now, tanong. Personal ba to sa kanya o trabaho ng teacher? Okay. Lahat ba ng teacher? Responsibilidad nila yan to persuade the young na first-hand knowledge is more important? Or personal lang dun sa author? Sa kanya lang yun? Doon kasi nagkaiba right? If you thought na ang sagot is responsibility, ang feeling natin, lahat ng teacher dapat kailangan gawin niya. Kasi responsibilidad na yun Ano pa pinagkaiba ng responsibilidad sa attempt or sa kagustuhan? Diba? Ang responsibilidad, kung may title ka ng teacher, automatic. Tama? Gagawin mo to. Pero lahat ba ng teacher ganyan? Lahat ba ng teacher kailangan gawin yan? O yung author lang? Pananaw niya lang ba yan? Is it personal? Sa kanya? Okay. Now, if you look at the context of yung ating sinasabi ni Ruth pala, yan. Endeavor po kasi, Hindi, yan, hindi. Nasaan na sino nagsabi nun? Personal daw? And Diana says, kaya sa kanya lang yan? Dwayne says, author lang yun. Yes. Yes. Siya lang, yung teacher na nagsasalita. Si C.S. Lewis lang. It is one of my, did you see this word? One of my, hindi sinabi, one of our main endeavors as teachers. No? Sabi niya, it's my personal, my main endeavors as a teacher to persuade the young. So ano ibig sabihin nun? Hindi siya responsibilidad ng lahat ng teacher. Hindi siya responsibilidad. Ano siya? Gusto niya mangyari. It's kind of a goal. Gusto niya eh. Goal niya lang yun. It's one of my attempts as a teacher to persuade the young. Not my responsibility. My responsibility is to teach. Teacher ako. But it's my attempt. In the way that I teach, dagdag ko, na I want to persuade the young. Okay? So, the answer here, the best answer is attempts. Now, kung walang attempt sa option, okay? Kung walang attempt sa option, at ano lang ang responsibilities, wala talaga ha, kasi iba-iba na yung mga words. Ugly, ganun. Okay? Difficult, no? Kung ganun na yung options, then you could say responsibility siguro. Or goal. But for this set of options, ang tamang sagot ay attempts. Does that make sense? And nagets ba yun? Okay? Now, if you made a lot of mistakes sa session na ito, that's okay. Sinadya ko yan. This is also one of the reasons why I take a lot of time and I make a lot of effort when I make the reviewers. So yung mga practice test booklets natin, yung mga workbooks, and the quizzes that we have on the YouTube videos kasi I want you to get a full understanding of the concept. Hindi lang basta yung, okay, this is the context clue, ganyan. Mag-add tayo ng layers. Kasi again, one word, but, one word, not, one prefix, un, you, en, or in, changes the entire situation. So again, you have to interact with the material, push forward. So ganito gagawin natin ha, i-remind ko lang kayo muna. When you're building your vocabulary, there, read materials. Number 2, find its meaning, hanapin agad. Tip number 3, use it or lose it. Ibig sabihin, gamitin agad. Use it in a sentence. Ulit-ulitin. And, push natin to. I always tell my students this. When you don't know something, what do you say? Okay? Sabihin niyo, I don't know, but it doesn't end there. You say, but I can find out. So when you see a word that you don't understand or figure of speech, say that you don't understand, you say, I don't know, but, wait lang, I can find out. Sa job interview, right? Marunong ka ba ng ganito? Well, not right now, but I can learn. There's always that magic but, no? Yung word na yan, it's a magic word, yung but. Okay? I don't know it yet. I don't know, but I can find out. Okay, so idagdag niyo yung but na yan.
Alright, so thank you for watching till the end of this video. If you want to learn more, if you want to watch the other videos I'm going to be making, don't forget to hit subscribe and hit that bell icon. Turn your notifications for all the updates that we have. Again, marami pa tayong pwedeng pag-usapan soon. And thank you for joining the team. I know this community has been kind to me for the past 6 years now. And I'm so happy that I get to welcome you as part of this team as well. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you soon.
Dear you, yes you who's been with me since the beginning, you who's new and just starting, and you who just stumbled into this video. You, welcome to the team. Our team is a group of learners, teachers, speakers, and listeners. A team of misunderstood misfits who no longer fear mistakes. For we know that though they may break us, they do not make us. We choose to learn even when we lose. We are a group of stories and hard-earned testimonies. And this year, team, I dare you. I dare you to dream. Dare to dream big. Dream dreams that scare you. Dreams so impossible, unreachable, that they take your breath away. Dare to step outside your comfort zone. Go for something. Go get somewhere. Go be someone. Dare to dream today. Not someday or soon or someday soon. Don't wait for someone's permission, the right motivation, or perfect conditions. Those may never ever come. Time is running out, my friend. You'd better start running too. Dare to dream for you. Dare to dream for others. Dare to dream for others like you. For if a shy, stuttering introvert like me can find the courage to speak to thousands of people like you, I am living proof that dreams can, will, and do come true. Dare to dream. Take that first step. For if the universe can start from nothing, and everything else must start from something, let that one thing be this. Here, now, with you. Love, Lyqa.